Ciao, I'm Enzo.
I'm Celia.
This is our channel where we show you how life is in Lucca.
And in the Tuscan hills.
I love cooking traditional food,
And we love exploring our beautiful part of the world.
so please subscribe and welcome.
To Piazza Talk Lucca. Our exciting new project for 2024 is following the production or the making of one of the floats in Carnevale in Viareggio. And Viareggio is a very important and very large carnival. And we're able to do this because we're collaborating with our friends, Sarah and Mike, from Materially Speaking, and they have a podcast where they talk to artisans and artists, in fact all over the world, not just around this area, but they're based in Piazza. So we're very excited about this new collaboration and our new friends, and we hope to do many things in the future, but this is a pretty exciting start, I would say.
Very excited. I think the carnival changes every year, and we've just spent the morning together meeting a few people and seeing what's going on, and they're passionate and we're passionate.
We are, and we're all pretty hyped up about this.
This was an exploratory trip, and we hit the ground running. Just interviewed four incredible people who are working on the carnival, and had so much to say, so much passion, so much investment in using their platform to make things better, if at all possible, for people in the world.
Making points and also making community.
Yeah.
And it's all about a big community in Viareggio, a seaside town that's found its winter purpose.
Yes.
And so it's very exciting for all of us. And below in the box we'll also leave a link to their podcast.
Which is called Materially Speaking.
Which is a pretty amazing name. It's a very good name. I love the name, Materially Speaking, because it's exactly what it is.
Yes, and I felt like we were getting on mission, because we had some really interesting conversations about the materials that were being used to create these floats, and their consciousness around using materials that are renewable. And that was a very interesting conversation, which kind of just happened on the basis of the interviews you were doing, which were fantastic. You just have a way with people, and you're really able to...
I think you're very kind. But I think what was exciting as well is that one saw that there was so much more behind. So these were artists who were expressing themselves, sending a message, but also creating a community and doing something really to help everybody. And so that's a very special...
Yeah, we were fortunate to have been given access to their workshops.
And that's thanks to you two, that we have access.
Yes.
And, you know...
Yeah, and their time and their generosity and their joy and their passion in what they do. I think they're fortunate to be doing what they're doing, and we're fortunate that they're in existence. You know.
Thank you. And the lovely thing is that they're happy to share it with us, and to share the behind the scenes that I hope will make people who come or watch it on the television or in the press or on YouTube or listen to your interviews will understand what goes on behind the scenes.
Yes, and I think on the materials it was so fascinating that, last year we looked at papier-mâché, which is obviously the original form, and newspapers, and how the strange irony that newspapers portray news, and yet we use them less often because we read the news on tablets or whatever, but actually then they use them to sort of to tell stories of what's going on in the world today. So there's that, but there was also
I hadn't thought of that. It's stories, telling stories.
Yeah.
And there was a
That's
fun
wonderful.
little exchange in your first interview around which newspaper she was using.
Yes, it's Sonia.
Yes, because she used the equivalent to the Financial Times, the Italian,
Which is orange pink.
I wonder
like
what that
the
one
FT.
was.
So
Yes.
it seemed.
Yeah, no, it's really wonderfully basic. And then I think the second thing was, discussion about their, particularly Matteo, having a sensibility about materials being finite and, the dilemma we find ourselves in, that we want to do the right thing and then 10 minutes later you realise you're doing the wrong thing, and our footprint's big and it all matters.
It does, and how hard it is, because we all want light clothes to go walking in the mountains, and we all want to travel, but we also want to preserve our earth. So it's very difficult to go backwards, really.
Yeah. Another interesting conversation with Matteo about how his grandmother felt very proud to serve him this thing in plastic, if I followed that correctly.
That's right, because it showed that she was doing well.
Yeah.
It was a modern thing.
Yeah.
So that's also, so she lived in a very ecological way, in a sense. She grew her vegetables, lived simply, had her chickens, and so on. But then she had the plastic thing.
Yeah.
So it's time to eat now. Leave you. So as you see, for January and February, we have a very exciting couple of months ahead of us working with Viareggio. And I think this is a very good thing to start 2024 with a hope of a better world, since this whole carnival, this whole experience is about community and being together, and about problems of ecology and artificial intelligence and how the world's changing, but how we are in charge of this. So during these months, we've been following and will be following to the end of Carnival a family and their story of how they are part of the Viareggio Carnevale, from how they conceive their float to the actual day of the carnival, and how they formed a community. So the company is called La Compagnia del Carnevale, and it is an extraordinary story of a family and community. So let's wish everybody buon anno.
Buon anno e pace a tutti.
Pace a tutti. Thank you for being loyal and wonderful audience and watching. And if you haven't, please do subscribe and help us with these wonderful experiences and these wonderful people who are doing amazing things. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoy our videos, please subscribe, leave a like and activate the notification bell. You just need a Google account and it's free. It helps our community enormously. Thank you very much.